what is a buy down?
Welcome to my channel, Clark the Realtor. Don't forget to subscribe and let's get started.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, thank you for joining us. My name is Devon Clark, National Licensed Realtor, and today we are going to talk about what a buy down is. But before we get into that, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and click that notification bell to be alerted whenever we upload new videos to the channel. And let's get into what a buy down is. All right, guys, so let's get into what a buy down is. Before we start this video, I want to preface that I'm not a lender, I'm not a mortgagor, I am a realtor, and the reason why I'm explaining this to you guys is because I have either clients that went through buy downs, or I've had a conversation with my local lender in regards to the buy down situation. So I just want to bring this information to you guys. You guys have to understand that real estate is really about the numbers. So if it does not make sense for you to buy down your rate, do not buy your rate down, okay? I'm not here to pressure you to buy your rate down. I'm here to explain to you what a buy down is. You guys probably might have encountered this whole buy down thing when it comes to possibly buying a new construction wherever you're at. Remember, real estate is local to your market, to your city, to your county. So you always want to talk with your realtor locally to you. You're a lender that actually lends in your area, and also talk to that new sales construction site agent at that particular place and where you're at. So let's talk about a buy down. So a buy down is when a person buys down their interest rate, all right? If you have gone recently to new construction sales sites, they have been heavily promoting buy downs. And so what they're doing, because of the interest rates being higher and then the cost of living is so unaffordable right now. And I know to everybody, so some people it's affordable, some people it's unaffordable, but the average American or first-time home buyer, it might be a little unaffordable currently to buy a house. So what the lenders have been trying to do, along with new construction sites, sales associates, they have been telling people that you can buy down your rate for either a permanent fixed buy down, or you can buy down your rate for a short period of time. And so let's just get into, let's break down different buy downs that might occur that you might possibly have heard, or maybe you have seen and you just want to understand a little bit more, right? So typically when you do a buy down, you're buying down, most people will buy down, they'll try to buy down at least 1% of their interest rate. So so let's just say our interest rate is 6.25%, and you might run into somebody that might say, hey, why not buy down your interest rate for 1 year? All right, so they might call it a 1-0 buy down. So a 1-0 buy down, and what that means is that for the first year, you'll buy down your rate by 1 point to 5.25, because our interest rate is 6.25, 5.25%. And then after that year is over, so let's say you bought down your rate in 2023. After that year is over in 2024, depending on the time frame, like whatever month you bought it down, the year you bought it down, that'll carry for 1 year into the next year. And then let's say 2024, let's just say you bought down your rate in December 2023. And for a whole year, your rate is at 5.25%. And then after that year is up in December of 2024, your rate will go back to 6.25%. So that's a 1-0 buy down, or they might say buy down, a 1 buy down. So for a year, you brought down the rate to 1% to 5.2%, which will help you with a lower mortgage payment for that first year. And then after that second year, you'll hit your regular 6.25%, and this will be your 30-year fixed. Let me write this on the board. This will be your 30-year fixed interest rate. So this will be your 30-year fixed interest rate for the rest of your loan. So you'll buy it down to 5.25% for 1 year. It'll go up to 6.2% locked for a 30-year fix for the rest of your loan, all right? Okay, so what that does, if you guys don't know, buying it down that first year will help you lower your mortgage cost. And then the second year, it'll go back up to, your mortgage will change the second year because the interest rate has gone up. So you just gotta be mindful of that and understand that even though you're buying it down for 1 year, but it's gonna go back up because you only bought it down for 1 year. All right, so you might also come across a person telling you, hey, maybe you should do let me give some space here. Maybe you should do a 1-1 buy down. So what is a 1-1 buy down? So again, you're buying down your interest rate for, in this case, you're buying it down for 2 years, But 1-1 means that you only bought it down 1% or 1 point for those 2 years. So that basically means that you'll do, if the interest rate is 6.25%, like here, you're buying it down for 5.25%, 5.25%, and then it'll hit 6.25%, 30-year fixed. All right. So what you're doing with a 1-1, you're buying it down for 2 years, but you're only buying it down 1% interest, which is the 1 point. You're buying it down 1 point for 2 years, but it's just going to stay for the first 2 years. It'll be 5.25% for year 1. So 2023, 2024, 5.25%. And then in 2025, it'll go up to 6.25%. And it'll be locked for your 30-year fix at the 6.25%, all right? So that's if you do a 1-1 buy down. So for 2 years, you bought it down 1%, 1 point, 5.25%, all right? Let's say somebody says, well, maybe you should do a 2-1. So if you're going to do a 2-1 buy down, it'll be 4.25%, 5.25%. Sorry, y'all. And then it'll go up to 6.25%. Let me see. Fixed. I'm trying to make sure I keep everything the same so you guys can fixed. What I put fixed year. Oh, I didn't. Yeah. Year fixed. I just want to make sure everything is the same so you guys can understand. So if you're doing a 2-1 buy down, you bought it down 2 points the first year, and then the second year is 1 point, and then the last year it'll go up to 6.25% at 30-year fixed. So the first year, since you bought it down 2 points, 2%, it's at 4.25% because 2 minus 6 is 4, right? So the first year it'll be 4.25% on your mortgage, for your mortgage. Second year, it'll go up to 5.25% because again, you bought it down 2 points the first year, but the second year is at 1. So you're going to 2, you got the 2 here, so 2 points here, 1 point here, and then the third year it goes back to this. So as you guys can see, if I'm making sense, if you do a 1-0 buy down, the 1 is for 1 point for the first year, 5.25%. Then you're going to 6.2, and then you have 1-1. So the 1-1 means 1 year at 1 point, the next year at 1 point, and then 6.25%. Right here is also, you bought it down the first year 2 points, so 2 points, which is 4.2%. Then the second year is 1 point, 5.2%, and then the third year goes to 6.25%. So basically, the first year you bought it down 4.25%, second year 5.25%, and 6.25%. If it still sounds complicated, you guys, please just message me, reach out to me. I can also connect you with a lender so you can make it make more sense for you. I'm hoping that I'm breaking it down as best as I can. I don't want to confuse anybody because I see sometimes people get confused by what buy downs are, all right? So let's go to the last buy down. Let's say we're doing a 3-1 buy down, right? A 3-1 buy down. So we'll break it down like this. I'll put in parentheses, so a 3-1 buy down. So you're buying 3 points down for 3 years. This is for 3 years. So the first year you're buying it down 3 points or 3%. Second year you're buying down 2%. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this here. Hopefully this doesn't confuse you guys. 3%, then you're buying down 2%, then you're buying down 1%, and then it'll go to your fixed rate, okay? So what that'll basically do is that the first year, so if it's 6.25%, the first year it'll be 3.25%. The second year it'll be 4.25%. The third year it'll be 5.25%, sorry, and then it'll go to your fixed rate lock at 6.25%. So I put in parentheses so you guys can kind of see it a little bit more because I didn't want to I was breaking down earlier, but I didn't know if it made sense. So I just wanted to make sure you guys can kind of see it out tangibly and understand what's happening. Hopefully you guys can see what's on this board. But the first year, so you're doing a 3-1 buy down, right? So the first year you're buying it down by 3 points or 3% of the interest rate. So if it's 6.25, the interest rate, you're buying it down 3%. So it'll be 3.25. The second year, because it's a 3-1 buy down, so for 3 years, you're buying down that rate. So the second year, it'll go to 2%. So every year, before you hit that fixed interest rate that you're locked in, the buy downs basically they go up. Like your interest rate goes up. So the first year it's lower to 3.25. The second year it goes up by 1% to 4.25. Then the third year goes up again by 1% to 5.25. And then the last year, which is your fourth year, you will hit your final locked rate, your 30-year fixed interest rate of 6.25. So that's how buy downs work. If you need any more information in regards to a buy down, if you have a realtor that is talking to you about a buy down, you're not quite understanding it, please reach out to that realtor or that lender, preferably more of the lender, to try to get more of an understanding of how the buy down works, how it would affect you. I tell everybody that a buy down might not always be for you. You have to understand the numbers. If you are not going to live in that house for a long period of time and you're going to be there a short period of time, let's just say 3 to 5 years, it might not make sense to do a buy down. It might just make sense for you to possibly just pay more on your monthly mortgage and help to put less years on your mortgage. It just depends. You have to understand real estate, the math, what makes sense for you. Everything does not make sense for everybody. Some people, a buy down might make sense. Some people, they might want to turn around and they might want to pay more on their mortgage. You just have to make sense. And some people might want to refinance. Again, refinancing is a whole other beast. Everybody doesn't always qualify for refinance. I'm not the realtor that'll go out there and tell you, hey, buy a house now, refinance tomorrow. No, because it has to make sense. If it doesn't make sense, it's no point of even suggesting that. So that's why I decided to do this video about buy downs, because again, a buy down can be good depending on your situation, depending on how you want to go about paying your mortgage. But if you're only going to be there for 3 to 5 years, you might not want to do a buy down, you guys. So just want to understand what makes sense to you, right? Real estate is about the person. What makes sense to you as the person buying said property? It's not a generic slate across the board for real estate. Every person is not the same. Everybody's situation is not the same. Some people might want to do a buy down. Some people might just want to pay more on their monthly mortgage. Some people might want to refinance. Again, you have to understand what makes sense for you, where you're at with your real estate needs and your real estate journey. If you are going to a new construction sales site, most of the time they already paid for that buy down through their lender. So their lender paid, you got paid already for those buy downs. So you don't have to pay for the buy down. And then sometimes you might get a fixed rate buy down, which means that maybe instead of the average rate, let's say hypothetically the interest rate being 6.25%, that lender might have bought it down to 4.25% for a 30-year fixed for the rest of your mortgage. So you just have to, again, make sure you understand buy downs, make sense of what you're doing as far as your real estate needs and your real estate journey. Again, my name is Devon Clark, your real estate expert, national licensed realtor. I'm here if you need me. My email is below. Put those comments down below. Any questions, any concerns you have, put them down below, you guys. This is a community. We want everybody to feel comfortable putting questions below and have people that make sense of the questions and understand the questions to answer said questions. And I hope to see you guys next time on the channel. Goodbye.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.